Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole and I'm the owner of this small business called Cozy Crawly Corner. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I'm really excited about it. As I was reflecting on this past year, I thought about the things that brought forth my crochet small business, which were two main things: mental health and crochet. And I really want to figure out how to incorporate this into my business even more so in 2026. So not only am I doing this with pattern designs that I have yet to do, even though I have ideas, I really want to do this in different ways by giving back and serving and figuring out ways that this community can come together, not only in your local community, but in the country and in the world and just everywhere, because there are handmade artists everywhere like you and I. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving 15 different organizations that can benefit from handmade donations, whether they are crochet, knit, quilts, etc. I will give a breakdown of what each organization takes. And there are so many different categories, including babies, homeless shelters, veterans, and more. So I am really excited to have this list together that I have compiled, because I love giving back and I love crocheting for a cause and just bringing everybody together, not just crocheters. So I'm really excited. I will have every single organization's website in my listing below if you are interested in donating to any of these, and just make sure that you watch this video and or look at their websites to look at the regulations for each and every one. First up, we have an organization called Warm Up America Foundation. They take knitted and crocheted blankets, scarves, hats, and gloves, and they distribute items to the homeless community throughout the country and others in need as well. I will have their website below so that you can check them out, and if you are interested in donating, go ahead and do that below. Next we have the Peyton Heart Foundation. This was a foundation that was founded by the family of a teen who died by suicide, and the foundation is spreading awareness around suicide, bullying, mental health, and all of the above. They make hearts, and these are the little tiny hearts right here that are about 2 inches wide, and they have inspirational quotes attached to them. So I did make a heart here, and I still have to make the little inspirational quote that will be attached to the string. They have very specific guidelines on how to make these hearts and the strings and all of that, so make sure that you look at their website if you're interested in making hearts for the Paint Heart Foundation. They are placed in public places all throughout the country so that people can just find them in ordinary places, because everybody deserves to know more about suicidal awareness and bullying and how we can prevent that and spread word and kindness throughout the nation. Next up we have Knots of Love, and this is an organization that takes their items to over 500 different locations, including oncology offices, infusion centers, and NICUs. They primarily take beanies and baby blankets, and you sponsor a bag of both. And they specifically request that you check their cancer safe yarn list on their website, which you can also find below. Next up for babies, we have Project Robbie, which is an organization for pregnancy and infant loss awareness for specifically parents that have lost a baby. They have keepsake sets of angel wings and a hat and a blanket, and usually the hat that someone makes is the size of the gestation when the child did pass away. I think that's so special, and I think, you know, a parent that receives that is going to think that is so intentional. So I really love what Project Robbie's doing here. And they are sent to hospitals and funeral homes throughout the country. You can email them and find the email on their website and request a form online as well. Project Linus is the next organization, and that one is named after the Peanuts character. This one takes blankets for children that are ill or traumatized and other situations as well. They accept quilted blankets, fleece blankets, crochet, knitted, and so many different categories. So you don't really have to know how to do a specific craft if you just like want to pick up fleece one day and tie them together, if you've ever seen those fleece blankets, because they take them. For Project Linus, you have to officially enter as a volunteer, which they call blanketeers, and you sign up as a volunteer and then you make the items based off that. There are chapters throughout the entire country in every state, and you can become a volunteer, or you can give a monetary donation so that the volunteers can receive the products that they need, like yarn, needles, etc. and they take washable yarn only. They're also accepting local chapter leaders, so if this is something that interests you and it's just close to your heart, maybe look into that in your state and see if you would be interested in being a part of Project Linus. Next up we have CareWare, which is an organization that donates to hospitals for preemies, babies, social services, local shelters, geriatric patients, and more. This is a very long list and they're doing such awesome things. They also accept yarn, so if you're not a maker or if you're a maker looking to get rid of yarn, this is a great alternative to taking it to a store or just giving it away to anybody. They take donations of all kinds of things, including hats, beanies, finger puppets, lap blankets, dolls, and more. They have a really extensive list on their website, so make sure to check it out. They also have a list of patterns that you can go look at for all of the different types of crafts that you are interested in, so make sure to look at those as well. They have a list of P.O. boxes that you can send to your local community one or just a general one as well. Sometimes preemie babies can get lots of hats because I think people just think they need a ton of hats, so it's good to ask what their needs are at that time, which they all have said on their website. Next up, we have Warmth for Warriors. They take knitted and crochet hats for soldiers overseas and for veterans here in the States. They accept donations that get sent directly to their P.O. box here in the States, and they also take stockings during Christmas time because sometimes they're not able to have their stockings from home. So I think that's really special. For the overseas ones specifically, the items do have to be made of wool, so keep that in mind when looking. Next up we have Operation Gratitude. This is an organization that takes scarves and hand warmers for troops and first responders. This can be knitted or crocheted, and there are patterns on their website as well. These are typically taken to wounded veterans or heroes that are still serving at this time. They prefer colors that are subtle, such as blues, greens, and browns, and you send out a donation form that is on their website and then send the donations to the address on their website from there. Next up we have donations for cancer patients specifically. The first organization is called Hope Scarves. These are scarves that are made for those that are in active cancer treatment as of right now. You send these scarves to their P.O. box in Kentucky and make sure to check all of the regulations on their website for yarns and sizes specifically. The second one is called Crochet for Cancer. This is a faith-based organization and you can add your own scripture tags or the scripture tags that they have on their website, and they have patterns on their website as well. They take crocheted caps for cancer patients that are dealing with hair loss specifically. You can mail this to one of their chapters if that's something that you are interested in. Next up we have an organization called Knit for Kids. This is an organization that is through a different organization called World Vision. They take hats, sweaters, blankets, and more for children in need throughout countries in Asia, Africa, and Europe. You can mail these to their address in Pennsylvania. Of course, again, in their website is all the information that you would need. Next up is the Pink Slipper Project, and no, the slippers do not have to be pink, but they can be if you want them to be. They take slippers and washcloths for victims of domestic violence throughout the country, and these can be knitted, crocheted, or sewn, which I love. I love when there's a variety of handmade items that can be included. Their website lists all the sizes that they need at the time that you're looking, so make sure to check that out. Sometimes they have too many children's sizes and sometimes they have not enough, so make sure to check that out when you're thinking about donating. Next up we have the Red Scarf Project. This is an organization that takes red scarves for children in foster care that are about to age out. This is such a special one in my heart because I used to work with a ton of kids in foster care, so I love that they do this so much because this is such an overlooked population for children that are about 16 to 18 that still just have no idea what to do even though they're about to be adults. So I love this so much. You ship these scarves directly to their facilities, but they only take donations during September 1st through December 15th, so make sure to keep that in mind during next holiday season when you see red yarn at the store. They also have regulations for how long the scarves should be, so make sure to check that out on their websites. Next we have the Friends of Pine Ridge Reservation. This is in South Dakota where it's very, very cold, and they take winter items and toys for Native American communities. They donate to schools, shelters, and more up there because it's so cold. They take blankets, backpacks, dishcloths, hand warmers, hats, puppets, teddy bears, play mats, and more. This is an organization that takes so many handmade items. They take quilting, sewing, knit, crochet, and more. So make sure to look at their website, and if you are a maker, make sure to check that out. Next up we have for animals is the Snuggle Project. They take handmade items for animals in shelters that are currently waiting adoption that are typically cold and underfed. They take crochet, knit, sewn, and even fleece if you don't know how to do any of the other crafts. And they take blankets, little tiny pet beds, toys, and snugglers as well. Make sure to look at their website to see the regulations on those. If you watched this video and any of these organizations or populations tugged on your heart specifically, please consider donating your handmade item or whenever you feel best. It is such an important thing to give back to others, and I definitely think that's something that I'm called to do, and I love that we can do that in something like a craft. We are so privileged to have these items at first hand with us, and I don't ever want to forget that, and I want to remind everybody to do the same and give back to those in need, and not just those in need, but those that might just need a smile on their faces for the day. And I think it's such a special thing to do when we are able to do so. As I mentioned in probably every single organization that I gave a rundown through, please make sure to check their websites to look at the regulations for yarns, sizes, and population for ages, and so on and so forth that the organizations might need before you donate. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please let me know if this is something that you enjoyed, and let me know if you do end up donating to someone or an organization specifically, or if this tugged on your heart for a specific population. I would love to know. And if you know any other organizations that I did not mention, please make sure to leave a comment for those as well. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.